So, Fantastic Four. Huh? Huh? So this is Variety talking about this. Variety. Uh Pretty much a left-wing shill. So the fact that they're coming out and saying this, it must be bad. The Fantastic Four first steps grossed 11.7 million domestically in its second Friday on the big screen, making for a devastating 80% drop from its debut. So if you've seen the movie, you didn't like it, tell me what you didn't like about the movie. I think it's the fact that one, people are tired of, reboots and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people are just tired of Pedro Pascal. They push him. He's one of those actors right now where they just try to shove him down your throat everywhere. Actors come along, back in the 90s, you remember Leonardo DiCaprio was shoved in your face everywhere. Um, like just a year or so ago, it was Jack Black. Right now, it's Pedro Pascal. He's being forced down the throats of everyone. Um, I also saw a meme around here. Where was it? Oh yeah, no one wanted this guy. So Hollywood actresses, Pedro Pascal, he's feeling anxious. So Pedro Pascal, despite the fact that he's like almost 60 years old, he has anxiety, and in order to help him with anxiety, he needs to grab onto the women next to him. Despite the fact that Bella Ramsey was what, in like 20 something years old, you never saw him doing that with her, now did you? It's all these other women. It's curious. But let's read the actual article. Continue to destination. I'm sorry for the flashbang. Go ahead and get that fixed real fast. And God said, turn those fucking lights off. Box office, Fantastic Four braces for big second week drop. The Naked Gun locks up 6.3 million on opening day. The Naked Gun is same thing. It's like, really, did we really need a Naked Gun like with Liam Neeson? I just I The Fantastic Four First Steps is hanging on to number one in its sophomore outing at the box office, despite a disappointing Weekend 2 result in competition from Dave Franco, Detective Frank Drebin Jr., and the Bad Guys crew. Fantastic Four grossed 11.7 million domestically in its second Friday on the big screen, marking a devastating 80% drop from its debut. If the poor turnout continues, the film will likely fall short of its initial Weekend 2 estimates of 45 to 52 million by Sunday. Its domestic grand total currency sits at 170 million and could reach as high as 198 million by the end of the week. Marvel shelled out more than 200 million to produce Fantastic Four. So, if they don't get to that, and that's just the 200 to produce, like 200 million to produce. Remember, there's also marketing costs, which is another, depending on what kind of movie it is, between 200 to maybe 400 more million. So 200, so they would need like 3-4 million maybe just to make something, because it says right here 200 million to produce. Doesn't say marketing, and to produce, to make it. The comic book tentpole, headlined by Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Guerrero, we don't care, was shaping up to be the MCU's first post-pandemic success at bringing a new super team to cinemas after missing the mark with Thunderbolts in May, the Marvels in 2023, and the Eternals in 2021. However, the film appears to be having trouble expanding past comic book fans, even after a solid start of 118 million. Obviously, when it first comes out, people are going to be curious about it. Not that hard. Not that hard to, you know. Universal and DreamWorks, The Bad Guys 2. Oh, is that fucking animated movie? It's got like the fucking fox and wolf or whatever that. I think I saw like one commercial for it. But if is that with the animals? I thought it was like Zootopia 2, but apparently it was completely different. Bad Guys 2 took second, earning 9.1 million on Friday from 3,800 screens. The anime sequel is projected to heist 22 million over the weekend, starring as well. Don't care. Yeah, fireman, one last job. The film costs 80 million. The Naked Gun came in third on Friday, locking up 6.3 million domestically from 3,300 theaters. It's a solid result considering the scarcity of theatrical comedies, but it's like it's The Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen. I mean, come on, I like Liam Neeson, but it's you know. Also, I do like, however, Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen. Both their initials are LM. LN. So I mean, there's that. But the film, which boasts a slim 85-minute runtime, looks looks to gross 60.5 million last Sunday. Naked Gun sees a typically brooding Liam Neeson in the role of Detective Frank Drebin, Jr., who must solve a murder to keep the police squad from shutting down for good. Other cast members don't care. Paramount spent 42 million on the reboot. The original Naked Gun. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen. 2.5. 33 1/3. The final insult. Together slid to 6, scarring up an estimated 2.1 million on Friday. Which one was that? Allison Brie and Franco. Married in real life, star as a struggling couple who become victims of a mysterious body fusing force. Okay. James Gunn's Superman. Yeah, obviously Superman's doing amazing. Grossing 4 million on Friday. The DC Studios debut looks to fly 316 million domestically by Sunday and has grossed 306 million domestically so far. Huh. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I it seems like people like the Superman movie. But like, and it's like one of these people. It's like silly reporting on this one. It's like, so the theater that they went to, just because that theater is packed, somehow that speaks for the entire fucking country. It's like, oh, well, I liked it. Well, good for you. Now go watch the movie about 150,000 more times, and then maybe it'll be successful. But saying you like the movie doesn't make it good. Saying you like the movie doesn't make it successful. Showing some fucking places in Los Angeles doesn't prove anything. That despite what the liberal media tries to tell you, California does not speak for the rest of the country. So showing a few packed theaters, that's not indicative of how successful it is across the nation. I liked it. It was a good movie. Oh, you're stupid. I don't know what you're talking about. It was a good... Well, good. I'm glad you liked it. Make it successful. Like that new freaking, whatchamacallit, like I say sometimes, some people like fucking pickles in their soda. Well, Sonic has that dill deal or whatever. Basically everything pickles. The tater tots have got pickles, whatever on it. The actual sandwich, I forgot if it's like a burger or chicken or whatever. But then you have the drink, it's got freaking dill flavored bubbles in there. And it's like, some people like that shit, doesn't make it good. Like, I don't know, you fucking stupid fat inside. You don't know what you're talking about. I saw it and I liked it. Good for you. I'm so glad you went and saw it and you liked it, but what you like may not be what everyone else likes. I mean, there's some people in the world who like to get shit on during sex. Just because you may like it doesn't mean everybody else does. You see where I'm going with this? I mean, I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. And that's what they get for putting Pedro Pascal in it. This is what happens when you spend 5 years making crappy girl boss movies. And apparently Sue Storm is the head honcho, the leader of the Fantastic Four, which means another girl boss. Like, oh, this group would fall apart if it wasn't for a big, strong, powerful woman keeping everyone in place. I just love it. Pedro Pascal. He's feeling anxious. Pedro fatigue, both on and off screen, and MCU, probably also comic book fatigue, comic book movie fatigue, played parts as well. Gender race swaps never help either. Plus, we are sick of Hollywood politics, agendas being shoved down our throat for $16 a person. Hard pass. I'll pirate it instead. Yar. We will now see less of Pedro Pascal. Thank the Lord. Gun down. James Gunn. Nah. Superman only dropped 52% in the second weekend. A lot better than the depressing Thunder Dolts. Flames off, I guess. Americans are sick of movie makers and celebrities, not even paying attention to movies anymore. What? What? Sue Storm would make herself invisible whenever Gay Reed Richards comes around. Is this why they pumping out Spider-Man content even though they just started filming and the movie don't come out for another year to distract from this? The Thing actor opened his dumb liberal mouth this week. I'm positive that hurt. Yeah. Between Pedro Pascal, the dude who plays the Thing, and says like, "Oh, I'd like to throw Trump and his supporters into space" or some bullshit. You do realize you're trying to promote the movie and get people to come see the movie, right? When you alienate portion of the fan base because, ooh, Orange Man bad, you're fucking things up for them. I mean, how hard is it to keep your mouth shut and not bring up Orange Man bad? You fucking people talk about him more than his own goddamn supporters do. Like, fuck. Soon to be 15 years, you people, you fucking pansies have been whining about him. Grow the fuck up and get over it. Fuck. You're there to promote your shitty Fantastic Four movie. Not to, oh, if I had the power of the Thing, I would throw Trump and his supporters into space. Oh. Okay, well, why should people come see the movie? Oh, what do you mean? Because I would throw Trump into space. I'm cool. Yeah. Throw Trump and his supporters in space. Great. Why should we see the movie? Kind of figured I, however, rewatched the two from the early 2000s, the ones that actually resemble the Fantastic Four. Also, the other one was on TV. I actually got to see all of it. I think I saw it like a year ago or something it was on. I didn't get to watch all of it. But that's the one with like Michael B. Jordan as Johnny and all that. I mean, it was decent. It wasn't like, oh my god, this is great. But it was, I don't like the fact that, Ben, once he turns into the thing, he was basically naked the entire time. Jesus fucking Christ. Ben, cover that up. There's children. That woman is relieved she doesn't have to be groped by Pedro Pascal on any more press junkets. In honor watching Superman for the fourth time this weekend. Parading that creep Pedro Pascal, releasing a third after two exhausting, empty, and forgettable slugs in Jurassic Park and Superman, and offering literally nothing new or exciting. People were checked out. It paid to be first out of the gate for Jurassic Park this summer. A lot of cope in the replies. This is a failure. The Fantastic Four keeps keeping their cinematic record intact. Also, they were also showing I think they showed the first two, but I was only able to watch Rise of the Silver Surfer. That one's fun. I mean, especially with Johnny, and every time he touches one of them, their powers swap. So suddenly, like, he's going invisible, and, Sue is, like, flaming up in the air. She's spinning around, not knowing what to fucking do. Reed comes in and has to help out, and, but you also have, like, Johnny and Ben, like, Ben intentionally touching Johnny, and they swap powers, and suddenly Johnny looks like, the Thing, and Ben's like, I see why you like this. He's making the flames and all that. So, I mean, that whole idea of them having their power swapped every time Johnny touches one of them, even accidentally, I really like that idea. And it's just all that stemming from Johnny's interaction with the Silver Surfer. But yeah, that movie, the reboot, like I said, the one with Michael B. Jordan, it was okay. Was it great? No, but it was fun to watch. Because no one wanted to see any more Pedro. Invisible Woman must have made the audience disappear too. Bueller. Pedro Pascal fatigue. On pace to lose 100 million. Nobody wants to see that myth cuck Pedro as Mr. Fantastic. It's clobbering time in the box office. He did it. The hero we need. But, yeah. It's just a combination of shit. The whole girl boss thing. It's like, oh yeah, she's the leader of the Fantastic Four. The fact that people, they're forcing Pedro Pascal down your throats at every fucking chance they get. Bad Fantastic Four movies, bad superhero movies. Yeah, I mean, take your pick. It doesn't really matter at this point. There's so many factors going into this. But they'll just sit there and try to say, oh, phobicism. Oh, you just hate strong women. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we hate strong fucking women. Whatever. What the fuck ever. If that's what you want to constantly resort to is the phobes-isms. Oh, you're a misogynist. You hate... Whatever. Don't learn from your fucking mistakes. Instead, just put that fucking shield up and try to, block all that criticism. And don't learn from it. Don't ever worry about taking responsibility when you have phobes-ism to throw out. Like fucking candy on Halloween. But 80% drop. People went to see it and they're like, and like the Invisible Woman, like Sue Storm, Sue over here, just disappeared. They were like, ew. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.